happening? It's the BUas Buzz.
All right, there we have it. It is time now to check in.
Check in
on all the happening. There's a ton of stuff happening.
It's amazing again, Charlie.
I have to. This is shameless, but we just had the Spring Fest, the Hub Spring Fest last Thursday, which was a ton of fun, and then I think we've got the De-Stress Fest.
It's also coming up. It's also
tomorrow.
with Fest, this German expression.
It's the fest time of year.
Fest time of the year, right?
Yeah.
No, and it's the big sprint, right? After the May break to the end of the academic year or the BUas Plus year. So a lot of people having exams, deadlines, both students and professors. So glad that everybody's back on campus again after a well-deserved break. And then, of course, there are a couple of extra things that we can highlight today. And for example, you already had them in the studio this morning. The band Go A. They will be performing for the Ukrainian students, not only the BUas students from the Ukraine, but actually for all the students from the Ukraine, of the Netherlands, and also some from Belgium. They will be here, so a packed house, almost 400 students coming here.
That's a lot.
That really is a lot. And we asked them, Ingrid and myself, we asked them, what do you want? Our Ukrainian student, do you want to have a lunch or a dinner to talk with you? And they said, no, we had a lot of the dinners and lunches with the board, but now we would like to have something extra. And then
some real entertainment.
Real entertainment, even more than we can offer.
Yeah, if that's possible.
And Anastasia, and she is, Anastasia, I have to pronounce it right, lecturer of leisure. She came up with this great idea, and she went to Paaspop, where Go A was performing, and she just asked them, hey, do you want to do something for the students, Ukrainian students in the Netherlands? And they said, yes, of course. So they actually had a gig at the Eurosong Festival in Liverpool.
Yeah, they kicked it off. They kicked off the whole coverage, yeah.
Yep. Then, so that was really good. And now they're here performing for us this evening. So that's fantastic, right?
It's very cool. They're running
How was it that they were?
That's the buzz.
That's the buzz, eh? How was it there? You interviewed them. What was the main takeaway?
I didn't. The students did. Yeah, okay. I just was here making, being a good, overly controlling mother figure, trying to make sure everything went okay.
What was the message that they got across, Charlie?
A lot of powerful things, really, we're saying. As the power of the music and community and the ability to express that. And then just the challenges, they play a lot. They have some happy songs and a lot of songs about love and even some joke kind of songs and that conflict they have playing that kind of stuff with the situation they're dealing with was pretty powerful. And the students and Anastasia and everyone did such a great job putting that together as part of the Ukrainian Freedom Playlist that we do every
weekend,
Monday from noon to 12. And so that's exposed me to a bunch of this music, and it is so good. And they are so good. The chapel is going to be rocking, and a lot of people just hopping up and down like, it's going to be.
You will be there as well, Charlie.
Yes, I'm. It's a long story, but yes, I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out.
And Shalma, I like it as well. It's also about the new spring, right? And there's also, the word grass is for various lines. You can interpret this. So I leave that out of it. But we're glad that Anastasia and also Joyce Segers and others, they really did a marvelous job. So thanks, colleagues, for organizing it. Looking forward to the concert. So that's buzz one.
Yep.
Then another buzz. Sustainability. The buzz is gone. But sustainability, already touched upon this when we interviewed Reggie. Also a huge item, rightfully so, at BUas. Big debate going on. And for us also a reason to come up with some extra measures to strengthen this debate. So what we want to do, want to achieve, is that our students will be the change agents for sustainability. And I think some of our domains, some more than others, but in general our domains are in need of students and also our professors helping the industries to transform. When we had Steven van der Heijden, CEO of Corendon, around, and he said our biggest challenge is to change. We cannot do this ourselves, so we need help. Help us transform. So that's actually what we want to do, what we are doing, what we can do even better. And two things to help that, to strengthen that, is one is that we will have a trend that's really new, something.
Oh, drum roll!
You have a drum roll.
I can do
somewhere?
this. Hang on.
Want to-
It just takes me forever.
Yeah.
It's a long drum roll.
It's a long one.
Let's hear it.
It's that Frans Melissen will be our new transversal professor of sustainability at BUas. Yeah. Very happy with that. That's really something new. But he's already been around, so he knows BUas very well, and also someone who can make a change. And now, from a BUas-wide perspective, so happy with that. And colleagues of the sustainability teams, also Nina, of the lecturer of professor of tourism, and others. They also are planning to organize a summit, a sustainability summit of touristic travel, in which all the other domains are connected as well. And it will be a real sustainable conference. So you can only come if you travel in a sustainable way,
All right.
for example. So they are planning that now, arranging that. So we have to look at the feasibility, but still to have these efforts make a difference. And they're planning on organizing that somewhere in the summer of 24. So that's a lot about sustainability news.
Yeah, this it's so overwhelming for me. These topics get so large, and I think it's part of the plus, right? Part of this BUas plus. It's one of our guests at last show or whatever mentioned that just be a drop in the ocean, and that makes it much more approachable, because when you start thinking, oh, you got to get there sustainably, and while you're there, you got to be sustainable, and then you can't do, and it can become so overwhelming that you get paralyzed and like, you know what, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But if we can just take those little, one small step and keep on pushing it that way, even though with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, and it's important to have the right discussion about it. And like a snowball, when you start a conversation, we get more and more discussions and conversations about it. And it's necessary that we learn that we teach our students to put them in action when they are at their internships, or if they work in the industry. Then they can put the sustainability into action in the companies. So
Yeah, and if we don't tackle the big stuff, then we got to tackle the big stuff sometimes. We can't just do what's
indeed,
easy.
and also leading by example. And for example, we're changing into to having mugs around, so not plastic cups. These things, Yeah.
See, for the hub.
These were the last.
Shameless plug again. I'm being terrible today. I apologize, but for the Springfest, we got 500 reusable cups instead of the plastic cups. And
Great.
Talk about a tiny drop
Absolutely.
in the button. But we looked at all the cups that were washed and was like, hey, look, all these plastic cups would have been thrown away.
Yeah.
And next week,
Gotta reuse them.
there are no reusable cups at BUas, and we want that everyone brings their own mug to BUas for reusable. Yeah.
Good. All right, one more buzz, or are we going?
No, these were all our buzzes.
That was the buzzes. All right, now.